Relax. It's ASMR. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another month of delicious snacks. I'm shooting this the first day of March, the day after Leap Day. So, I hope your extra day of catching up with the rotation of the Earth was enjoyable. I'm going to enjoy this day by starting it out opening up this box. So let's get started. There we go. I think that may be one of my favorite parts, is doing the crinkly plastic sounds. So let's see what is in here for this month. We have India, Turkey, Japan, and more. Cheeto nachos. Gummy cheesecake and ice cream jelly candies. That sounds amazing. Black sesame biscuits. Salted caramel sticks. Waffle hazelnut cream with peanuts. Caramel. Almond. Popping candy. Toxic waste atoms. Thick corn syrup flavor. Interesting. And we may have a soda as well. So let's see what we got. Okay, so let's see what we got. Here on the top we have this one, which, if you're from America, you can probably recognize this shape as bugles. But whereas usually bugles for us are savory, like cheese or pizza or nacho or something like that, flavored. These seem to be covered in caramel and also having an almond flavor in there somewhere as well. So it says play. So this is very interesting. It is from Korea. And I guess this is saying that they are deep fried. They are coated in caramel, and then I think these are little bits of almond are being drizzled onto them. You see a little arrow showing the direction in which the almonds are falling onto the snacks. So, I'm not sure if this is savory since it is corn-based, or it is sweet because it has caramel on it. So, the mystery is deep. Okay, let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, this was the Black Sesame Biscuits, mini asparagus shaped. Interesting choice of shapes, but hey, that's cool. Here we have some text here. Let me see if I can read it. Vegetable sticks and asparagus. Just eat with any vegetable sticks with mayonnaise dip. Asparaguses as crouton. Breaking asparagus at each hollow and just put them in the soup. Asparagus stick hamburg. Either deep fry or oven fry them and dip in ketchup. So I assume that they want you to put a little amount of ground beef or hamburger around the outside of the stick and then cook it and then put ketchup on it. Asparagus mayonnaise. Lay asparagus on the bake tray and put mayonnaise on the top of them. Oven grills them until mayonnaise burn on the surface. Put parsley flakes on the top and ready to enjoy them. Very interesting. Jinbis has been presenting various styles of biscuits and cookies all over the world from 1930. Our products always accompany you and your loved ones. Asparagus biscuit is the asparagus-shaped crisp black sesame biscuit that has been cherished since 1968. This asparagus habit is hard to quit. So it would be interesting to see if there is any sort of asparagus flavor or that is merely referring to the shape. This is a product of Japan, but it is obviously meant for English audiences. Wheat flour, sugar, vegetable oil, shortening, sesame, glucose, inverted sugar, salt, dietary fiber, yeast, leavening, and calcium carbonate. So I do not see where it has any sort of asparagus flavoring. I think that just refers to the shape. So that should be very interesting. And here we have some Cheetos that are nacho flavored. They seem to be the same sort of branding as in America with Chester Cheetah. But this also has some sort of promotion on it for stickers. This guy seems very excited about the stickers, and he's either very rich or is hoping to become very rich through the stickers. So if you know who this is, let me know. Or if he's anybody famous or is just stock photography of some guy. It looks like we could win 5,000 dineros. Okay, let's see what else. Here we have something else that is corn flavored, so we'll stick with that theme for now. We have this corn cartoon. He's punching up into the air. It is made in Taiwan. I think it is probably one of those corn sponge tube that we've had in this before, that are kind of crunchy and savory. But I don't know what flavor. Maybe this is just corn flavored. There's no other accompanying cartoon of berries or milk or anything like that. So it's just on his own. Here we have Waffle Up Extra hazelnut cream with peanut pieces. So this may be a bit unusual in that it does not have chocolate with the hazelnut, just straight up hazelnut. That could be pretty cool. And then we have Coffee Crisp Sticks. Makes a nice light snack from Nestle. Salted caramel coffee crisps. So it'll be interesting to see how strong of a coffee flavor these actually have. 100% sustainable sourced cocoa, certified by UTZ. Okay, now this is what caught my eye when I was looking through the booklet. Gummy cheesecake ice cream gummies with fruit juice inside. Contains natural colors. So these will either be delicious or will be a disaster. I can't wait to find out. And they have some other flavors here. Why not try out our other candies? I can't really read. Looks like there's one is cola flavored and one is fruit flavored. And another one just says Gummy Bears. So let's see. They feel pretty stiff for a gummy. This is another product of Turkey. And here we have toxic waste atoms, chewy particles of pure sour. Here we have a sour meter above this nuclear explosion, and it is definitely leaning towards the sour end of the spectrum. We have lemon, strawberry, and blue raspberry. I've had this brand before, and if I remember correctly, it was fairly sour. So I'm looking forward to that. Manufactured for Candy Dynamics, product of Pakistan. And then we have our drink. It looks like it is peach and cream flavored, which sounds delicious. And peach juice, carbon dioxide, artificial flavors, vitamin C. So, and I believe this is Japanese. Yeah, pretty sure. Enjoy a blissful taste like ripe peach melting in your mouth. I like the logo. It's pretty cool. I'm going to set this over here, back behind everything. There we go. Okay. Wow. This is one very exciting package. Popping candy. Passion fruit flavored, artificially flavored. 20 pouches. Okay, so this contains smaller pouches. That's cool. But we have this cat. Yeah, it's a cat. It's not a rabbit. It's a cat. On the warpath. Boom, boom. Throwing bombs of passion fruit flavored ordinances. And definitely, from a smile on his face, enjoying every single minute of it. He has flames on his shirt. He's got a skull, or flames on his jacket, and a skull on his shirt. Looks like he's got French cuffs. He's quite dapper. He's got a skull on his helmet. Very exciting. Popping candy. Avoid direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dry place. Made in China. So you can hear all the powder rattling around in there. And then finally we have a delicious bar of chocolate. Milk chocolate with caramel. And it looks like it has small little chocolate pieces and crunchy pieces and caramel pieces. I always like their chocolate. We've had this brand before. It's always very good. So let's get the box out of the way and we can start tasting. Looks like we have a nice variety this month, as usual. Okay, so we know this is savory. We know this is savory. I'm pretty sure that is savory as well. This we're not sure of. We're going to kind of put that in a transition space. Then we have tart. We have chocolate over on this side. And we're going to put the white wafers there with it. So this is kind of our general traditional candy section. And then we move on to some little bit more adult, sophisticated candies or sweets. So let's start, as always, with the savory and work our way across. So I'm going to start with this one since it's the smallest and it is the most mysterious as far as flavor goes. I think it could be just plain corn. Usually these have just a little bit of sweetness to them, so it'll be interesting to see if that holds up with this one. Trying to get it just to open up very easily. There we go. So it does have some sort of coating on it. Looks like it's got some herbs or something. Slide it out here of its package. And let's see. Yep, it smells like a corn cereal, basically. Very good. It's got like a buttery, herby coating on it. A little bit of sweet in the coating. And then, of course, a very nice, strong corn puff cereal flavor from the actual spongy tube. I don't know what you call that, but it's good. Powder gets on your fingers a little bit, but not too bad. Yeah, definitely corn and butter are the predominant flavors of that. Just a little bit of oniony, chivy flavor of herbs to back that up. So now let's try our black sesame flavored but mini asparagus shaped biscuits. I'm prepared to be very confused, if I'm not already. Okay, well, they're fairly small. They were talking about wrapping a hamburger around this, but it would both really be just like a meatball. Couldn't get very much around this, so it would be definitely a finger food. Very interesting flavor. The biscuit is crunchy. There's a little bit of sweetness to it. But the black sesames add, they don't taste toasted. Maybe the toasted flavor is coming from the actual biscuit. It is definitely savory. I'm trying to place how to describe this flavor. Other than just sesame. So, yeah, it's hard to really pull out any kind of distinct flavor other than just like biscuit and sesame, but they work really well together. Be interesting to see how these tasted with mayonnaise. I have some Japanese mayonnaise. I may have to take their suggestion and make a little snack out of that. So, yeah, I don't know that it's something that you would like, oh, I want to snack on another one. But it does have a really nice savory flavor that would go well with other things. But I don't see myself just snacking through the whole bag. It's not super salty or super sweet. So, kind of nice. Okay, and so now let's move on to the nacho flavored Cheetos. I'm going to cut this strip of plastic off. There we go. So, some sort of giveaway, some sort of promotion. So these are Cheetos, so they are a little bit more puffed. And have that kind of gnarly texture to them. Definitely a very strong nacho flavor. More than you would get from an American nacho flavored snack. Very predominant with the pepper flavor, like the red pepper or green pepper, bell pepper flavor. A little bit of an onion flavor, and just a little kick of heat. Not hardly anything at all. Yeah. I don't know that I would guess that this was specifically nacho, but I would definitely guess that it was very much a Mexican food flavor, having a lot of those same elements. Yeah, those are delicious. I think we in America have a very specific flavor that we associate with nacho, and that's a little different than that, so I like that. Okay, so now I'm going to try the drink, this peach flavored drink from Japan. Slowly open it here. Let the carbonation out. It didn't fizz and bubble, so it may only be lightly carbonated. That's a good peach flavor. There is a certain flavor that you get with peaches that are right off the tree, freshly picked and properly ripe. That is a little different than what we normally consider to be just the peach flavor. And this soda captures that really delicious ripe peach flavor. Yeah. It doesn't punch you in the face with it. It's not super, super sweet. I'm not getting a cream flavored, so I'm not quite sure what that is. I'm just getting a straight up delicious peach flavor. I think I'm supposed to shake it or turn it upside down. Let me see. Well, doesn't look like anything is settling. Maybe that's just a recycling symbol. I'm not sure. If you know what this means, let me know. I think it means just to turn it upside down and mix it up. Okay. Now let's try another corn snack with caramel and almond. Add that to my little pile there of... We have this little graphic here. It shows somebody sticking them on the ends of their fingers. So very much like people do with bugles. Now those are pretty indistinguishable from bugles. They have a nice toasty flavor, and then they have a nice little hint of sweetness to them, which is a little bit like caramel. I'm not getting a whole lot of almond flavor. Maybe at the very back end a little bit. Maybe it's complementing the caramel really, really well. Yeah. These seem to be a little bit more fried and airy than bugles that I'm used to. They seem to have a little bit more of like a churro consistency to them. And maybe that's just because they're sweet. So it's reminding me more of a churro. Yeah, those are really good. Put those off to the side there. Okay, so now we come to our traditional candy flavors. I'm going to start with this one, then this one, and then this one, so that by the time I'm done, my taste buds will be completely fried. But first, let's take a drink. So it looks like we have a few different shapes, which are all trying to get out at the same time. We have these yellow pie shapes. We have some white pie shapes. We have an ice cream, blue pie shapes, pink pie shapes, and pink ice cream. But I suspect they all pretty much taste the same. Let's see. They smell a little artificial in their fruitiness and cheesecakiness. So let's try a white ice cream cone here. Has a very, very perfumey flavor to it. Not creamy at all. Very chemically. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Sorry. Yeah, any kind of cheesecake flavor or fruit flavor is just completely overwhelmed by this kind of chemically plasticky taste. Yeah, I don't feel like that to even taste like food. I feel like I just ate an eraser. So, nope. They can't all be winners. So we're going to put that off to the side here and pretend like we never saw it. Blech. Okay. I need to get that flavor out of my mouth. Okay. So let's open this one up. I think the next two things will definitely take that flavor out of my mouth. Okay, so we have little bitty packets of the candy. And I'm assuming this is like Pop Rocks that will fizz on my tongue. So let's slice open the top. Okay. Let's open up the package here and see. So it's like a yellow powder. It smells like passion fruit. So let's put some on my tongue. So there's a good popping action. I think you could hear that. It's not as strong as the Pop Rocks. Sometimes the Pop Rocks can feel like they're blasting the enamel off your teeth. So having just a little bit of a fizzy popping is nice. Not really sour. It's much more of just a fruit flavor. I don't know that passion fruit would be my choice, but I'm not particularly fond of passion fruit, so that would just be a personal preference, but it definitely tastes like passion fruit, so it doesn't taste just like a generic fruit flavor. It has a very distinct, good flavor, so if you like it, that would be right up your alley. And it's also not super, I mean, it is kind of just flavored sugar, but it's not cloyingly sweet, if that makes sense. So, cool, that was nice. And definitely got that other flavor out of my mouth. So now let's try these. I'm just going to make a very small incision. Since these are so small, I don't want them to go all over the place. Okay, so now we have at least one of each flavor. we'll do the lemon here. They are chewy. So they've just brought sugar to a specific stage of its process. I think it's called like hard crack or hard ball. I'm not quite sure. But it basically just turns the sugar into a chewy candy. The fruit flavors are distinctive. The lemon tasted different than the blueberry, or the blue raspberry. Definitely wants to get stuck in my teeth a little bit, but it's just not very sour. It doesn't have a coating on it, and usually that's how you get that powerful punch of sour, is you're putting the citric acid or whatever directly on the outside of it. This seems to be incorporated into the actual candy itself, so it doesn't have as powerful a punch as it could. But they taste nice. A nice good fruit flavor. And you get a lot. I'll put that right there. Okay. So now we have the final three. We're going to do the hazelnut. It's a little broken up, but not too much. It's basically just got, feels like it has a lot of crumbs in it. And try not to get it all over. There we go. Yeah, just a lot of little crumbs. So lots of hazelnut filling. That's substantial. I like it. Sometimes the filling is so small, it's mostly wafer, and there's just a little bit of filling. This is like maximum stuff Oreos. Definitely a nice hazelnut flavor. The cream is not super sweet. Has a little bit of a toasted hazelnut flavor to it. And the wafers are basically just there to make sure you can eat it without getting it all over yourself. They kind of just disappear. No chocolate flavor. So it's just a nice creamy hazelnut filling. Nice. I like that. I'm not going to eat all of it because it's very rich. I'll save that for later. I could see that going well with a coffee or something like that. I like that it has a much more substantial oomph than just a very thin wafer with a small whiff of chocolate or whatever in between wafers. And I still got crumbs all over the place. Let me see here. Okay. Now we're going to try a little bit of this coffee. I don't want to eat a lot of it. I don't know how much caffeine it has in it. If any, it may just be coffee flavored. So, it smells a little bit like coffee. It doesn't taste strongly of coffee at all. Or at least not the burnt black flavor that I normally associate with coffee. It may be a more sophisticated coffee flavor that I'm not familiar with. Looks pretty good. You have the crunchy wafers and just a little hint of the chocolate on the outside. And then just a whiff of the coffee and then the caramel. All kind of blends very well into kind of just a singular flavor, which is nice. You don't have one that's completely dominating the other one. And then we come to our last bar of chocolate. We'll follow the arrows. I think that's telling us how to open it up. Oh, here we go. That's telling us how. There we go. Well, it's nice to know that the picture on the front was not just figurative, but it was quite literal, in that you can actually see the chunks of pieces that are in the chocolate. So we have a little piece of what I assume is caramel. Then we have these crunchy little bits, and then we have chocolate chips. It's more of a toffee than a caramel. See what it all tastes like together. It's a nice milk chocolate. It's an interesting pattern here on the back, or on the front, I guess. Yeah, again, they all seem to work together. The milk chocolate is mild enough that you're getting a little bit of each of these kind of textures and flavors. I think these are just like little rice puffs. So they're not there to add a whole lot of flavor, just kind of crunchy texture. So, yeah, that's a good nice milk chocolate candy bar. So, this has been a really nice box of snacks this month. We'll bring everybody back out here. Okay. So we had some fantastic flavors in this month's box. I really like the caramel flavored bugles, and I like the hazelnut wafer. That was really nice. And I did not like the other snack, but they can't all be winners. But I'm glad that I got to taste them and unbox them for you, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I will be bringing you many, many more ASMR relaxing unboxings and tours. I'm going to put together a tour of my library. I have some new books that I've added to it. Maybe a what's on my phone. I haven't done that in a while. And I definitely want to do one where I talk about my saddleback leather bag again, and it's about time that it be cleaned and freshened up. So I'm going to be doing that on camera for you all as well. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.